Well, welcome to Scouting for History. I'm back here at this house from 1690. Now, the house is really old, but you know what they say? It's whether the dirt is old or not. And here, been a lot of driveways put in, the road was moved, the ground was dug up for utilities, water, gas, sewer. An addition was put on. So a lot of dirt was moved around. So I found some cool stuff, but not terribly old stuff, a few old things. But now here across the street is an empty lot. And this has been an empty lot, as far as I can tell, for 300 years. Hopefully this dirt hasn't been moved around. And today I have permission from the owners. It's that house back there. They purchased this empty lot to enlarge the size of their lot. So that house is 2006, but it's down here by the street that I'm most concerned with. So that's where I'm going to detect today. Let's see what we find. Come on. And the first signal of the day is a half real. Outstanding. Outstanding. Hope that's not a jinx. Let's go. Now, finding old coins is great. Finding old coins where you can read the date, and finally I can read a date on a real, is even better. But finding a historical date really makes my day. This coin was made when the United States was born. 1788. I know you look confused. If you ask most people when was the United States born, they'd tell you 1776. I mean, it makes sense. That's the year that the representatives from the 13 colonies met in Philadelphia in Independence Hall and signed the Declaration of Independence, an important document telling the British to take a hike. We got it. And that's a good answer, but the English contested it. And we fought a long war for our independence. So even though we declared our independence, we were at war. So some people might say 1783. That was the year that the Treaty of Paris was signed. England gave up the war, granted us our independence, and said, you're a country. Go ahead, go away. Now, that's a good answer too. But my answer is 1788. That was the year the real United States was founded. That was the year of the U.S. Constitution signing and ratification by the states, and the election of George Washington as our first president. So Washington became president. He took office in the spring of 1789, but he was elected in 1788. So 1788 was the start of America as we know it today. Before that, we had the nasty Articles of Confederation, which was a total mess. It treated each colony or each state as an independent country. They had their own foreign affairs. It was a mess. It just fell apart. And that's why in 1788, they wrote the current Constitution. It was ratified quickly. And we moved on to the Constitution we have now and the country we have today. There you go. History lesson for today. I am scouting for history after all. So, awesome. Where did it go? Well, that's an old buckle. Awesome. Probably early 1800s. Very cool. Whoop. On to the next. It was tough digging. I'll go over there in a little bit. It should be thawing out. It's in the 40s now. But down here, a nice little thimble. Cool. They're always fun to find. On to the next. Well, lots of iron in the hole, and rocks. Managed to find this little, I think it's a pocket watch piece. That's what it looks like. I'll clean it up, see if there's any markings on it. On to the next. Alright, it's in this clump. This frozen clump. Alright, it's in this piece. Slowly but surely. It's still in here. Must be very small. Oh. All that for a clad dime. On to the next. Well, down here at the base of this big tree, nice high tone. So hopefully it's not another clad dime. And it's not. It's a wheat penny. Yikes. On to the next. Well, there haven't been too many signals. There's a watch gear. That's old. On to something else. It's over here. There it is. And it is two copper pennies stuck together. Well, that's why it rang so high. Copper's a good conductor. On to the next. Well, after digging a bunch of cans, I thought I had another one. But it's not. It's an awesome silver spoon. And it looks like it's silver. Outstanding. Ooh. And it's engraved. Cool. Awesome. On to the next. Well, in with all the clad, every now and then there's something old. And there's another old buckle to add to the collection. On to the next. Well, it's nothing spectacular, but it is an old drawer pull. That's cool. Looked like it was gold washed at one time. I'll clean up, you'll see it right here. Awesome. On to the next. Alright, live jinx. Oh, it changed. And that's why. It's a hunk of lead. It was ringing up like a silver quarter. On to the next. I'm not sure what it is. It looks like it used to be part of a locking mechanism or something. I'll clean up and see if I can figure it out. On to the next. And way down deep under a root, it's a Merc. That's okay, I'll take a Merc. Awesome. Awesome. On to the next. And I thought it was a zinc penny, but I cleaned it up a little. It's a really old Pepsi Cola button spinner, some kind of thing. That's outstanding. Cool. On to the next. You call that a knife? Now that's a knife. That's awesome. I might even be able to get that working again. It's heavy. That's got to weigh a pound. Awesome. I'll clean it up. You'll see it right here. It's got wood handles. They're starting to rot away. Well, that's cool. On to the next. Well, it's some kind of a copper plate. I'll clean it up and see if there's anything on it. Not sure. On to the next. And lots of little brass doodads. The barn wasn't too far away, so I think they threw trash out behind the barn too. But maybe there's something else cool. This is pretty cool. Not sure what it is. I'll research and see if I can figure it out. On to the next. Well, with the amount of broken glass and rusty iron back here where the barn used to be, I'm putting my glove back on. I'm a careful digger, but this will help against incidental cuts. So, safety first. On to the next. And for a while, all I found is zip. It's an old zipper. On to the next. Now that's a buckle. Definitely horse tack. Very old. 1800s, I'm sure. On to the next. Well, that's the second one of these things I've found. Not quite sure what it is. Some kind of a fixture. On to the next. Not exactly sure what it is, but it's a round piece of lead. Don't think it's a button. It's an odd button if it is. On to the next. Oh, right here I had a copper memorial. I had a similar signal here, and I thought it was going to be another copper memorial, but it's not. It's my first gold of the year. It's some kind of a pin. Outstanding. I'll research that, see if I can figure it out. Awesome. Awesome. On to the next. It is. Now that was junk, but actually, you know what? I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a fishing weight. It's got loops at either end. It's lead. It was giving me funky signals, but it's got a curve in it and the little loops, so the detector wasn't quite sure. And here we go again. A bouncy, squirrely signal. A bouncy, squirrely signal. And it's another class ring, I think. Awesome. That's beautiful. Got a ruby or something in it. I'll see if I can't figure out where it came from. Get it back to the end. Awesome. On to the next. So last year, just a block away, I found a 1917 class ring. And now today I find a 1962 class ring. Unbelievable. Now, the 1917 class ring, the stars aligned, and after a little bit of research, it managed to track down the family of the original owner, Now with this class ring, I'm going to try and do the same thing, but what's up with schools not putting their name on rings? So this ring, in the video, I kind of hide it real quick because in case there's names or anything on it, I don't want to show that on the video, and I can't see it in the field without my glasses on. But this one, all it has on it is a school crest, which I'm going to research and see if I can figure out. The school initials are MH, whatever that stands for. I've run through a couple of local towns that have the initial M, and they've never had the that name and high as a school name, and it has 1962 on it. Now it does have initials inside, so once I find the school, I can figure out or contact the Alumni Association and see if I can't track down who the original owner was. But it all hinges on figuring out what the school is, and all I have is MH and a crest. So I'll show a picture of it here and you'll see it, but the mystery goes on to the next. I'm not sure what it is. It looks like it's costume jewelry of some kind. Very, very interesting. Very lightweight. I think it's aluminum. On to the next. Hey, something old again. It's a flat button. Not sure if there's a design on it. I'll clean it up. You'll see it right here. A nice shank on that one. On to the next. Wrap it up today in this vacant lot. What an awesome lot. You can't complain. There's not a whole lot of signals here, but besides all the trash that I dug and the farm equipment, there was some really cool stuff in here. So awesome. On to the next. Hey, if you like my videos, don't forget, hit like and subscribe and come along on the next adventure. See you there.